So today is going to be a really personal video. I've been really debating whether or not I wanted to make this video. So before I start, I want to go ahead and give a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about miscarriage, and I'm already gonna start. So if miscarriage is something that bothers you, you may not want to watch this video. But I decided to make this video because what I went through wasn't something that was talked about a lot. I found out a lot of people around me went through the same thing, and I didn't even know, like family members and people I knew very well, and didn't even know that they had went through something similar. So March 13th, which is today, 2016. It's a date that's burnt into my memory. In 2016, the beginning of the year, around January, James and I decided that it was time for us to try to start a family. It was our very first time trying. I had been on birth control most of my adult life up until then. I started birth control when I was a teenager and stayed on birth control. So we decided we were going to, or I was going to stop birth control, and we would see what happens. Well, the very beginning of March came around and my period didn't come. So I took a pregnancy test and it was very much pregnant. And we were very excited. We told everybody that day. Of course, in my mind, I knew that miscarriage was a thing, and I knew that it could happen. But of course, like everybody, you think it's not going to happen to me. So we told all our family and posted it on social media. I know that it was really early, and I knew that it was really early, but I started already planning. I had big plans. I already started buying baby furniture. I started getting maternity clothes, or at least bigger clothes I knew would fit me. We weren't rich by any means, but we were able to get a few things that I would have needed throughout the pregnancy. We were very excited. So excited. But then March 13th rolled around, and it was a normal day. James and I had slept in. We were both off work that day. We were just gonna spend the day together. We were gonna go do something. We woke up and we were laying there in bed and we just kind of talked for a little bit. I finally got out of bed, walked to the bathroom. I used the bathroom. I wiped. And of course there was blood. I was bleeding. It wasn't super heavy, but there was blood. And it's definitely something I had feared. And that was definitely in the back of my mind. Up until then, since I had found out I was pregnant and it was happening. My worst fear was happening. So we decided to go to the ER, and of course there was nothing they could do. And throughout a couple days later, I think it was the next day, I had an ultrasound, even though it was a little early, and it showed that there was a baby there, but it didn't show that there was a heartbeat or anything because it was too early. And they were just checking my labs and making sure my hormone levels were going up and down. And the first few days they were going up and down. They were actually going up. And then I think a week later, a few days to a week later, they did them again and they were going back down. I had another ultrasound and the baby was gone. Even though this was 4 years ago. The pain doesn't go away. Someone had mentioned to me that maybe I wasn't really pregnant. It was just my body thinking I was pregnant. Maybe there was just what is it called, a yolk sac there, and there wasn't really a baby. But during that ultrasound, I had asked, but they had she had confirmed that there was a little blip on my one ovary, which was the little egg. When the egg came down and planted, it was a little shell. So that little shell sticks on your ovary when the fertilized baby plants in your uterus. So she said there was definitely a baby. You never think that it's gonna be you. It was one of the hardest things I think I've ever gone through. My employer was very generous and understanding and ended up giving me an entire week off that week to mourn, which is exactly what I did, even though I didn't have that time. And then after this happened, I had multiple people come to me that have been in my life, my entire life, family members, friends, family friends, telling me similar stories. You would have never thought. They just never talked about it. And I hate that nobody talks about this. I know it's a hard thing, but wouldn't it also make it easier for those women that are going through it, that feel like they're embarrassed? That is definitely something I went through. It's like you're embarrassed to talk about it because you got so many people all excited, and then you can't. You can't give them that baby. It's an emotional roller coaster. And even today, when I saw, this morning when I woke up, when I saw the date on my phone, my heart like dropped into my stomach. That instant feeling of feeling nauseous. I want to put my story out there because one in 4 women end up having a miscarriage, and I am 1 in 4. And it's not talked about a lot. So if you are going through something like this, please talk to somebody. It can be the most difficult time in your life. It was for me. It definitely was for me. I wasn't talking to James or to anybody, really. I talked to my mom. But you're not alone. So please know that. I will find some websites. If anybody needs some information on it, I will put that in the description below, some links to some websites that will give you any information you need to know. Also, if you're going through something like this, or you went through something like this, you need somebody to talk to, please reach out. Please reach out to me, reach out to anybody. Just talk to somebody. And the best advice I can tell you is, it's gonna sound cheesy, and everybody's gonna tell you, but time will heal. Time will heal it. It gets easier with time. It's still gonna hurt. It'll always hurt. But you'll get through it. And that you'll find ways to help. Like, James and I both wear a necklace that has a wing, an angel wings on it, and that is for the baby we had lost. So, this is mine. James is different. James is a little bigger. We also want to get tattoos one day. We just haven't done it. We had always talked about getting a tattoo of like a chocolate chip, because when I had my miscarriage, the baby was the size of chocolate chip. I had an app and it told me that. So around that time that it happened, we called the baby our little chocolate chip. We also, in our home, have a little area that has a little sign, and it has a little glass chocolate chip and we keep it for that baby. The best advice I can give you for trying to move on with your life, because you have to, life won't let you not move on. Find something that will help. Right after our miscarriage, we had decided, when things cleared up, because I was still passing everything, I didn't have to have a DNC. Some women do, I did not. I passed everything on my own. So while that was passing, James and I decided that we still wanted to have a family. I talked to several different doctors, and I got the okay to try again once the bleeding and everything, and I had my first actual period after, like a month after my miscarriage, and that is when I actually got pregnant for Xavier, or with Xavier. So, I mean, I know some women don't want to get pregnant right after that again. They want to take some time, or maybe never want to get pregnant again, which is fine, but that's just what we had decided. We decided we wanted to move on. We also, I think a week or two after the miscarriage, I found a kitten that needed a home, and that was Kilala, the cat that I was just holding. She's the cat that got me through my miscarriage for sure. I decided to get a kitten to kind of fill that empty hole I was feeling, and that was a huge help. So if that's an option for you, I would highly suggest that maybe getting another animal, especially if you don't want to try again for another baby. It really helped a lot. But I don't really know what else to say. Please reach out to me. You can comment. If you know me on social media, you can send me a message. And you don't know me on social media, I can definitely get in contact with you if you'd like, and we can talk. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry I was an emotional mess during it. I just thought it would be a good thing to talk about. And it's some therapy for me to talk about it, because today has actually been a harder day. Even though it's been 4 years, it's been harder today than the past couple years. For some reason, it's just been really heavy on my heart. Maybe it's because I needed to do this. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.